Well, hi everyone and welcome back. I'm making a batch of soap today, and what I'm working on is a batch of buttermilk soap using cultured buttermilk from the grocery store, and I'm going to use it for all of my liquid. So no water or aloe vera juice, it will just be all buttermilk. So working with milks of any kind in cold processed soap can be challenging, but it's also fun. And I've soaked with fresh goat milk before, but this is my first time to use buttermilk. So the challenge in making soap using milks is to keep the temperatures low when adding the lye. And the natural sugars in milk react very quickly when the lye is added, and this causes it to heat up. If it gets too hot, it will scorch and the mixture will turn orange and put off an odor that isn't very pleasant. So before I make this soap, I want to show you an example of how temperature affects the lye milk solution. So what I have here is lye that was added to buttermilk that was at refrigerator temperature. So right around 37 degrees or so. And you can see that it's a dark orange and appears slightly curdled. So this definitely heated up and scorched the milk. And that's even though the milk was cold. So now I'm going to take the same amount of lye and the same amount of buttermilk, only this time the buttermilk is frozen into cubes. And that will help keep the temperatures low while I'm adding the lye. But in addition to that, I'm going to use an ice bath that I'll put my container in, which will help even more to keep those temperatures low. This way the lye milk solution shouldn't overheat and it should stay much lighter in color. And what I'm hoping for is a nice creamy white. So anyway, it will be interesting to see what happens. So let's begin. Okay, so I have my buttermilk ice cubes in the ice bath, and I'm going to go ahead and start adding my lye very gradually. With this method, you do a lot of stirring to make sure that the lye is dissolving. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to go ahead and take the temperature here. See what the temperature is. It's at about 80 degrees, which is just about exactly what my oils are. Just going to stir it a little bit more just to make sure that the lye is completely dissolved. Okay, I think that's good. So let's compare again, and you can really see the difference, and it's just amazing to me how much of a difference there is. Okay, so my oils are ready. My buttermilk lye solution is ready. I'm going to go ahead and blend the two. And again, both of these are at about 80 degrees. Give them a stick blend. Okay, I'm going to let it thicken up just a little bit because I want to make a little bit of a peaked top on it. So I will be back shortly. Well, it's thickened up a little bit, and so I'm going to go ahead and do the top. Just for a little bit of interest, I decided at the last minute to add some cornflowers to the top. Okay, so there we have Buttermilk cold process soap. And I am going to go ahead and gel this. I'm just going to watch it carefully to make sure that it doesn't overheat. And I'll be back tomorrow to cut. Thanks for watching. It's been just under 24 hours and I'm ready to cut the buttermilk soap that I made yesterday. It did go through gel phase, but I watched it real closely just to make sure that it didn't overheat, and it did just fine. For the cutting, I am going to go ahead and turn it on its side, because if I leave it as it is now, the cornflowers on the top will tend to drag through the soap and will create some grooves in it. So anyway, here we go. And here is our last piece of buttermilk soap. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.